What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. I'm once again joined by Tyler, and we are back for another video on our Avengers Endgame community series, a community series that's been airing on our channel every single day now that Avengers Endgame has actually been out. We've been talking a lot about spoilers, a lot about the end of the movie, a lot of discussions of the movie, and also the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's what this video is going to be talking about as well. We want to talk about why we believe there will not be another new Avengers movie. The next Avengers movie won't come out until 2030. So we kind of want to talk about the structure, the format of these Marvel movies going forward. We obviously know that a lot of things are going to massively change. The cast is going to massively change. You know, a lot of people have TV shows coming out. A lot of people just leaving the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general. And there's going to be some expanding they're going to need to do. And more than anything, and Tyler will talk about as well, is they just have to change things up. Things are not going to be the same as they have been so far. They obviously have to make a lot of big changes with just how these movies release in terms of sequels, in terms of new movies, and in terms of future Avengers movies in order to keep this format working. So Tyler, do you want to talk about why you believe, we're not going to get a new Avengers movie for quite some time?
Well, yeah, so the first thing that we can say, like with 100% certainty, is Kevin Feige of Marvel has said that the next phase, so phase 4, is going to last 5 years. Okay, so, and I feel like he said 5 years, but I almost feel like the quote was 2020 to 2024, unless it was a typo. But he said it's going to be 5 years. And we already know some of the movies, and we're going to find out after Spider-Man Far From Home comes out in July. So we might have more movies in Phase 4, but I almost don't really see it, because it would be, it would be a lot of movies per year, and I just don't know if I see Marvel doing that, although I think they might need to. But here's what we know right now. So this may change, but this graphic, like what's coming, it might end up changing, but this is what we know as of right now, and this is our best guess. So we know that we're getting a Black Widow prequel, and that is going to be in 2020. And we also know that we're going to get a new group, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy is more than one character, called the Eternals. So that's also coming out in 2020. And then we also know we're getting Black Panther. The dates, so now these dates, none of these are confirmed. But I would assume we would get Black Panther 3rd. Okay? And then it's rumored, I'm not sure, but it's rumored that Doctor Strange 2 will come out the same year as Black Panther 2, which, that would be pretty cool. And then we're getting a new character, Shang-Chi. He's sort of like Iron Fist. Hopefully it'll be better than Iron Fist's Netflix show. But, it actually, the way I saw Shang-Chi, just reading up on it, kind of reminds me of a more martial artsy, Asian John Wick, which, honestly, that could be really cool. So I'm actually excited about that one. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 4, which I almost am feeling like they might literally call it Guardians of the Galaxy 4 and then write Asgard, AS, because Thor will be in Guardians of the Galaxy 4. So that is what we know of for Phase 4 right now. It might be totally different. Some more movies added in there, but I don't know. And I feel like because of Endgame, they kind of do want to take, not a break, but kind of a small break. Because I think Marvel's trying to figure some stuff out themselves. So like I said, we could get a couple more, but honestly, if we were to get a few more in Phase 4, it would probably only be 1 or 2 movies, and that would be really it. What you'll remember, so it's going to be different now. The way that they're doing Avengers movies, it has to be different now. Because if you remember, at the end of each phase, Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, there was always an Avengers movie to kind of end that phase. Not always end it, but sometimes it would end that phase. That isn't going to be happening for Phase 4. Not as far as we know right now. But honestly, I don't see how it would. And again, it's going to be... So Phase 4 is going to last, according to Feige, it's going to last 5 years. So, with the movies that we know are coming out, really, with 2 new characters and 1 prequel, that only leaves us with 3 sequels. and I feel like not much character development can really happen with that, because it would be Black Panther, Doctor Strange, maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, which would have Thor in it, and then I guess we can look at the Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus show, and maybe WandaVision. But really, I just feel like not too much can happen in that phase with these newer characters and the prequel. I just feel like it kind of limits the overarching, like whatever the new saga will be. I think it's Secret Invasion, but I just feel like it kind of limits that. It doesn't really give them enough time to craft this new saga with these new characters, and really these new like the kind of with Thor being Guardians, that kind of really changes it up a bit too. And then if they are going to be looking for Gamora, that kind of makes that the whole theme. So it'll be interesting, and I don't see a Avengers movie at the end of that phase, which is 5 years. So that means that we won't have an Avengers movie for at the very least 5 years. Okay, but if they do the next Avengers movie in Phase 5, which would probably be 5 or more years, that's where that 10 years is coming from. Now, it could be, does it come out in Avengers 5? Does it come out in 2028 or 2029? It's possible, but that's still almost 10 years away. I mean, it's no matter what, it's a long time. And really, that's all that Marvel can kind of do right now. You'll see in my Phase 5, my little list there, that's just my best guess as to what they can, or what they will be doing, to continue some of the stories and some new ones. And we know from Kevin Feige that he said X-Men's not going to happen until at least Phase 5. So to put that towards the end, that kind of makes sense for Phase 5. And again, I mean, maybe X-Men ends Phase 5 and there's an Avengers movie before it, but that's still going to bring you to 2028, 2029, no matter what. So really, I mean, it's insane. And when we realized this, it kind of blew my mind, because I'm almost 26. I'll be almost 40 years old when the next Avengers movie comes out. My kid will almost be 10 years old. I don't even have a kid yet. Just to think of it like that is really kind of crazy. And I guess that's what happens when you expand the universe this much. I think we all knew it would happen, but none of us really wanted it to happen. They have a lot to cover, not much time. The actors and actresses that are going to be getting older, so the whole formula for how they're going to do Avengers probably is going to change. They might even put Avengers 5. They might even put Avengers 5 towards the first half, or right in the middle, or before that of Phase 5. Because again, like Chris Pratt, he's going to be. I think he's 39. He's almost 40. So you add a couple years of that. I mean, then he's almost 50. Paul Rudd, he's in his 50s. So in 10 years, I mean, he's going to be almost 60. So it's kind of like, are they really going to have a 60-year-old Scott Lang? No, probably not. So how do we fix that? Well, we change it up. We don't put Avengers at the end of each phase anymore, unless they do. So I think that's what's happening. I think that's the developments that are taking place for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is why I think they are kind of, in a way, like, not stretching out Phase 4, but it's kind of loose right now. Like, they're not, they know that they have to have movies coming out. They know what they kind of want to come out, but they're not quite sure if, they should add to it. How are they going to structure it? Because that all depends on the story, the saga, the next saga that they want to tell. That all has to be crafted into these movies. So you can't just announce, like, yeah, we're going to have another Thor. What's it about? We don't know. Is it going to fit? We don't know. They can't do that. So, it's something that they've never had to really worry about before, which is, it's pretty crazy. Kind of cool that this is so new. This has never happened. I'm really hoping, but in as you saw, if you've been following our Avengers Community Series, that we predicted quite a bit, and we got 5 out of 6 correct. And my gut is telling me I'm right, and I think Avengers 5 is going to be closer to 2030. I really, for all of us, for all of our, all the fans, I really hope that I'm wrong. but I just don't see it. I don't. I think Avengers 5 is 2029, 2030, which I don't know. I don't know if that's good or not, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and so I mean it's tough, right? Because like Tyler was saying, they have to massively change up how they're doing it, and the age of some of these stars, and even the age of some of the younger stars, they have to change up the formula, and then they have to decide what kind of Avengers movie do they want to make next. Are they? And we'll be talking about this in tomorrow's video. Actually, we're going to run through kind of who we think the cast will be, the new Avengers, old Avengers, of the next couple Avengers movies. They have to decide who they want. Do they want old stars? Do they want, and when I say old, I mean characters even from this phase. Do they want people age-wise that are old? How many new people do you want? Do you want a balance of male and females? There's a lot that they have to do. And at the end of the line, I've said in a couple of the videos in the past, and maybe in the future, depending on the the order that these videos are going up, they have to change what they're going to be doing, and they're not going to be able to replicate what they've done with Avengers Endgame, with Avengers Infinity War, really with any of these past movies. They're going to have to massively change it up, and we're going to see that, and we're going to see that we're never going to quite get something like this again. And whether that's going to lead to better things, whether that's going to lead to things that are equal, or whether that's going to lead to worse movies down the line and them kind of slipping, because they've kind of slipped. Disney in general has slipped on a lot of their movie franchises. We'll see if Marvel's next. We'll have to see, but I think it's going to be really interesting to see. I agree with Tyler. I don't think we're going to see an Avengers movie for a very long time. At the same time, they are really good at planning. They're master. They've been planning this for a lot of years. So I do hope that they're smart enough to know what their plan is. Ultimately, they have to choose what they want to do with these future movies, and then actually, execute them, and not get scared about something and not pull back. But these are all future things to do. It's going to definitely be some interesting next few years, because we really don't know all that many movies. Once the next couple of years come out or go through them, and we get to see kind of what their plan is for the future, that's when I think things are going to get pretty interesting. And if you guys want to go back and watch any of the past Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I know Endgame is out, but if you want to go back and relive what got us basically to Endgame, you can check out a link in the description below. It's through Fandango now. It's an affiliate link. It helps us out on the channel if you go through and you buy or rent something through that link. If you guys are interested in doing that, they're having a sale on all past Marvel movies that they have on that site. You can link your Fandango VIP points. If you guys went to see Endgame, you bought it through Fandango, you can link those points through Fandango. Now you can use them to rent or buy these movies. So if you guys want to go watch these past movies, they're having a sale on their website. You can guys go check that out. Again, it helps the channel out if you guys choose to do so. So guys, let us know in the comments below what you think of our idea, or when do you think the next Avengers movie is going to come out. Let us know. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel Podcast Now, and hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. Again, these Avengers Endgame videos have been going up every single day on our channel. We're going to have new ones every single day for the next little while. Tomorrow, come back. Again, we're going to be talking about the future, the new cast of the next couple Avengers movies, and we hope to see you guys there.